is you're just going to be in a basic fighting position. So what that means is that you're going to have your front leg 10 toes straight ahead in this style. We're going to have your back heel off the ground, and as you're hitting, you're going to start, so your body rotates. This hand is right here because this is the hand that will have your knife or whatever else you've got. But with weapons work, you don't want to have your extra hand flopping around because it tends to get broken off this way. And so you want to keep it tight somewhere. And also, don't worry about having it as a guard. Really? I mean, just get it out of the way. So step one is you're going to rotate your body. You've got your head. Think of this one going to the ear like that. So we've got single. So we go, so go boom, and then put the stick on the other side and drop and rotate into here. Pop. So who can tell me, what are you hitting with? Your whole body. The stick makes contact, but you're hitting with you. So you're always hitting with whole body. So bam, right? And then pop, and then from here, hitting the hip bump. Now, with you notice that with your body, if I'm punching you, there's no way I'm going to punch on you. I'm not going to break my hand. If I've got a stick, I would love to hit you on the elbow. So your target zones change depending on what you've got. Just something to keep in mind. I broke my hand once, it was fun. You should try it. That guy's not that big, I can power through that. Yeah. Yeah. In my defense, I was 20, kind of stupid, because I was 20. Anyway, those were. And then 2, 3, 4, pop, and then 5 is anything in the middle. So anything on this line right here, so you stab. Now the reason that we have one pop, pop, pow in the middle is that what if I have a soft weapon, like nunchucks? I remember a soft weapon is anything that you stick it out and it flops over. It's a soft weapon. Well, I can't stab with nunchucks very well. So you can do rolls and that kind of stuff. So anything in the middle. Speaking of rolls, if we have this kind of motion with the Escrima, we use these little guys, but why would I do that? Why would I do a little fancy roll like that? Is it so I can look cool for Brian Bogano? Pretty close, actually. Can I hit him with the stick really hard? Sure. Sweet. Okay. All right, so here we go. So if I'm hitting you here, block it. Just like standard. Yeah, like that. You block it. Just changing the timer. So you start with the stick. You start the motion. You're just changing the timing of the reader right there. That's all. So you see the Escrima guys know that all that fancy stuff. You go, what are you doing, Bob? That.
Baseball changeup.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So anyway, so those are basic feats. Those are relevant because that's the foundation for pretty much everything with stick fighting. So now we're going to play with is the idea of what if we put our defenses into this? We're just going to do a basic defense because we're going to feed our locks off of base techniques. I decided to do it this way because I think it's the best way to put the locking in context. So who can I hit with the stick like really hard? Yeah.
Depends on the location.
He'll come here. All right, now. So he does a one stroke here towards my ear. Excellent, like that. Good. Now, one thing he did a good job of is feeding stick. So what that means is having the stick pop out. The reason you want to do that is that if I'm blocking the stick, he does that, and I'm going here, then be careful with these things. They're kind of mushy when you get it. But yeah, it's kind of if he doesn't feed me stick, like if his hand stays this way, he'll leave it that way. Well, if you start going fast, that's what you want to hit, which is what you want to hit for real in a fight anyway, but not so good for training purposes. So make sure you feed enough stick that your partner's got something to get a hold of. So now, as you're defending, there's a rule of thumb. It's footwork, stick on stick, hand on hand. So the reason that he does a feed, and I go footwork. So my footwork carries me out of the way. Footwork doesn't have to be big. In fact, big is not your friend. I need to get, what I really need to get is, I need to get my nose offline with his nose. So standard fighting tactics of any kind of fighting. I need to create a better angle of attack than he has. You ever watch a kickboxing match and the two guys are beating each other up in their nose to nose? It's a lot of fun to watch because they're both really crappy fighters. Then it's a matter of who can take a better beating. Not even a matter of who can give one, who can take one. And you know, I'm old, my head hurts. I don't think I want to take a beating. He looks kind of young and fit. I'm lazy. I'm clumsy. Got that Generation X thing going on. I'm going to try to just get out of the way. So he does say, I do small footwork, stick on stick. Now, the next thing though is this is not going to be good enough because his hand is traveling. Remember, he's trying to kill me. His hand will continue to travel and it's still going to hit me. Now, I was watching one of those TV shows where they do the, what do you call it, the movement thing. And he added 0 to power. If I can punch you with 400 pounds of force, this has 4,000. So even that whip is still hitting me with the 4 or 500 pounds. So anyway, so we go 1. So we've got pow. I'm going to check the hand to stop that. And after that, you get the next hit or whatever. So we're going to play a game here really quick. I apologize for being boring to start with. We have to complete information. It goes like this. It's called a flow drill. He's going to do a feed to me. I'm going to do footwork, stick on stick, hand on hand, counter. He's going to use his footwork to get out of the way. Stick on stick, hand on hand. Here you go. Counter. You got a game. Footwork, stick on stick, hand on hand, counter. We use the stick. There's no do-overs.
Slow motion, right?
Yeah, do it slow to start with. There you go. Leave it there. Leave it there, right? And be careful not leaving your hand out because it'll get broken off. Right. So we think it's hit. Right, so we're going to go footwork, stick on stick, hand on hand, counter. Leave the stick there so as your partner figures out what to do, they can figure out how to move around it. As you get good at this drill, it becomes pretty fast, and it's a good. I don't like doing patterns with this stick because I feel like when you get stuck in patterns, then it becomes too ingrained. You can't not do the pattern. So I prefer to do things that have the same lesson but are more free flowing. So anyway, like I said, so get a partner and try this with your partner. So footwork, stick on stick, hand on hand, counter. Do it slow. You do your counter, just leave it out there. Excellent. All right, cool.
We're probably in the same boat.
Good.
I just take my shots.
Yep, so one person do a feed, which means you hit your partner with a stick. Yeah, it's okay. And then you can get the other way, stick on stick, hand on hand, and hit.
Stick on stick.
Yep, stick on stick, hand on hand. Yeah, and then count. That's as you do a pretend hit to him. And leave it there. So footwork, stick on stick.
Y'all gotta move your feet.
Yep, make sure footwork. So footwork is the part you don't want to do. No, build it. Build the footwork.
More important.
Build the footwork. The footwork is the technique. If you can't move your feet, you can't fight. Go footwork, counter.
Here, right?
Right.
Sure.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
On the second strike, after I do she does the block and the hand on hand, and she does the strike, and then she does, which way do I move? Do I move it? Huh? If I move this way, and then
I was doing this.
I got something.
Where do you want to go?
I don't want to move this way.
Right. So as you're going slow, it's easy to lose that. As you're going to block, so make sure that you're thinking about how would that hit.
You block?
How can you block that?
So I go, which way am I going to go then?
Yeah, so your basic
I'm
idea is
getting
remember
that
that you're
way,
always attacking. There is no such thing as defending. You're always
From the
attacking.
stick.
It's just
All right, so
sometimes
when he comes
you're
back at
attacking,
me,
there are.
I won't go this way, right?
So
Okay.
sort of keep that theory in mind.
Tap, stick, hold, yeah, then go to the hand. Yeah, you gotta move those feet and get to the hand. There you go.
And then we're going to move this way?
Yeah. Now strike it.
Oh, okay, well.
Feet,
I'm a little
stick,
slow.
hand.
I move my feet, but not far.
This hand is to go there.
I want to go.
Come on.
Then I can still move, right? Look at him. Come on. One.
Over here, because that's how you can
I'll get him.
So
the way I used to think about doing it this way because, for instance, he comes at me in the back, right, and I go block. Once I make this move, I'm going to the hand to strike, right?
Okay.
So now what I do with my hand at this point is move it away because it'll force me, go at me with your stick. This is our normal
Well,
reaction.
yeah, that's for karate. I throw that. Okay.
So you don't want to block it with your hand.
And time.
So you want to put your hand behind your back so you can force yourself to use the stick.
Yep, let me
Thank you,
stop.
sir.
So go put your stick down for a second. And we're going to kind of fiddle a little bit with just a basic lock. And then this lock is called, we call it a shoulder lock, but call it whatever you want. And I guarantee you've seen it before, because I don't know of a martial art that doesn't have it. And so I think I've got a volunteer partner here really quick.
I'm good.
Yep, excellent. So he's doing like a punch. I'm just going to do this basic outward block thing that I think everybody in the drunk sister knows about. You go, you've got this guy here. This is it, right? So we're going to do it with open hand first. We're going to use the stick. Now here, maybe something more like that in Escrima. So it'd be more of a, as opposed to like a boom kind of move. And this style, it would be I do small footwork to get slightly off angle. This hand is going to come here. This hand comes here. This hand comes up. I fold, make a capital T with our shoulders. If I don't have a capital T, I don't have the lock very well. Right? It's not very tight. So I need to make his shoulders and my shoulders make a capital T. Like all locks, this is a takedown. So you come over here, please, sir. So I don't care how you do the block, but with the stick, we're going to do it this way. He does a punch, like angle off, parry, check, here, right? So boom, pow, and then you can get it there. This is going to roll up here, then the elbow down. This pushes up. Clap your hands. Shoulders make a capital T. Now, remember, as you're doing any of these blocks and that kind of stuff, if you have any previous injuries or anything your partner needs to know about, tell them. So they don't rip your arm off. And also, guys are stupid like that. And then also, whenever it feels like it starts to hurt, that's when you tap. So don't wait until your arm is about to come out of the socket before you go, okay. Okay, so, shoulder lock. No stick yet. Go. All right. Would you mind helping him since his partner is his founder? Thank you, sir.
All right. You got it? I know. There it comes. Both hands are stepping back. This one got forward towards me.
Yeah.
You want to grab. Go up. Lock your own arm. One wrist, two. Some people grab both. It depends on. Let go.
Go under. That's right.
Now you got it.
Yep. Then you have your hands like
Now you got it. You just want to lock it down.
bring your body over here.
You want to be over there, because that way I can reach.
So make a capital T.
Make it not easier.
This way.
You just make it. You step it over and you try to reach out. Follow your hand.
Yep.
I'm going to either go down or move my shoulder.
There you go. Yeah, so you got to.
And actually do that.
Just lock it.
I don't.
Me?
One small adjustment. So you have to kind of get out your sides and move it back.
Right for me?
Just a little bit. You don't want to go too fast. Shoulder this way, guys. This way. And then if you can, insert this hand.
You probably don't have more money.
Saying you might take a fight. That's just a little bit of yourself at the cheek.
I know the right or wrong way to do it.
So it's kind of like
You can do it this way because it's comfortable for you. You can do it that way. So punch comes in, you decide to go an outside.
So regardless, if you miss the block, I miss you.
Y'all, it takes time to grab it. Like it.
And time. Now let's try it with our ninja stick. So if he does 1 feet, I go stick on stick, hand on hand, and I hit here. Boom. This shoots up. This grabs here. And we're here. Right, exact same move. So if he goes one, stick on stick, hand on hand, I'll hit him there because it'll be fun. Just rolls up, I grab it. Notice that my thumbs are up. And this here, and this is actually a takedown from the break, but let's not bother with the takedown just yet. We can sequence those 4 or 5 steps, but I was thinking we'd do more standing stuff today. So play with that.
This is now your arm. So if you notice, again, instead of grabbing the arms, now grabbing the stick.
Yep. That. Game on. Party on Wayne.
Right down.
Straight up. This. Have this. And then
You turn the feet, it was going to make me go down. I can stay, I'm bigger than you. So if you're trying to go muscle on muscle, it ain't gonna work. You got to get those feet up. So come on. Hand, block. There you go. Right there. Your feet got to go. Long as you stand, because
thumbs are that way.
really well.
Over here. Actually, this needs to be on
I
this
can't
side.
curl.
That.
So here, that's in the capital T. You don't move. I'm gonna say that.
Now, suppose you get your hands away.
Nice.
So like if you're doing the six,
You just don't disrupt it because you're not going.
so you do the back guys, you go here, so I go boom, boom.
Remember he said that strike is fun? It's a short circuit. It shocks you just long enough to make the next move. Because if you go boom, and you don't strike me, I'm going to fight you. Feet got to move. That's the only way I'm going to go down. Step. There you go. Step.
Turn this hand over. I have both thumbs up.
I'm going back to the
And I'm here. This thumb is up and this thumb is up. If I do this, I'm losing my grip on that. Here, take down, it's just this, lay down.
Oh, yeah, that.
That off. This is the next one. Position. That break. This. Come up back in there. Now, would I do that? You want this? Good.
Give me the
And fine. So next one. Make sure you get more forearm for your long and stiff without stuff. So now next one is, let's see, this is closest to, Phil, put that down please, sir. If he's doing a straight across wrist grab here, right? And I'm just gonna roll, I've got that lock, right? So you guys have probably seen this one, like if he grabs a cross grab. When I was a kid, they called this a center lock. If they even had a name for it. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. You know, whenever I was of an age, I was learning the Japanese names. I was an obstinate little cuss, and I was like, "Screw you! This is America. I'm not learning Japanese." I had a bad attitude about the language, which I regret. But man, say love it. That's great. Anyway, so if we go here, bend the fingernails, roll to here, and there's different ways to do this. I prefer to do this with your hand goes like a back up. And I do it this way here like that. Right? And you've got other things you can put on from there if you're so inclined. But let's do it instead of a straight across grab, we're going to do it from this cross grab. And so you both bend the fingernails, and I just go up on the outside, and I have the exact same lock. Now, one thing you notice that with locking, I'm not actually locking his hand, I'm locking his center of balance and the space between his feet. So I don't care about his hand so much. It doesn't affect him that much. I need to attack his center of balance, and I need to attack over that way on the ground. So I am aiming there with my hips. I'm thinking that way. I don't really care about this too much. So let's take a second and play with that, and then we're going to do it with the stick. Keep on. Thanks, sir. Yeah, come on in. In fact, I am Jared, by the way. Yeah, keep you someone to beat on. There you go.
Feet need to move.
And the fingernails on the outside. And let his wrist so within touch. So you don't want to crank it over this way, you want to have this action. Right, so that action. So if you have like this, so if I look at here, I pin this goes over here, right? Then I'm gonna feel where your line of force is going down there. Like that. Now this is interesting in Tai Chi stuff. There's chin stone Tai Chi.
This way?
So this is this wall. Okay. So you have to grab. This goes here, goes up. Notice that my nose is. So I'm offline. Then from here, from an offline position, I'm attacking here. Now from here, I'll probably take him in the ear, knee in the face, and I'm not doing it or something. But we've got in that position. But I'm going to be slightly offline. So I'm not going to.
Is that good?
I'll just shoot.
Oh, you did the other hand.
You guys got this one figured out?
We got the cross.
Yeah, you guys have the cross, right? So pin the fingernail, you can grab on this way, you grab up on the go up. And don't let your thumb there, it'll come on top. There you go. And now, so now it's a, so like this is so it'll just be that.
Same as the other bit.
Yeah, it's the same thing, it's just the other side.
I'm feeling it, yeah.
Pin the fingernails, go this way, and have your hand there. Same for that. And time. Now let's put that with the stick. And now, so some of these, I think, turn a little academic. This is right. So now he's going to do a backhand, and I've got my power like this with the stick. 1, 2. This one you just roll across and go back down to here. Maybe come in and do something mean like that, maybe stabbing people is fun. You know, that's what I've heard anyway. I've never stabbed anybody off their desk.
In public.
So he does it back and pow, right? Stick hit, right? And then from here, I'm going to see if I can keep my stick on here. I dive down, keeping this tight, roll it around, have it go straight up, so there's a tight V, and I've grabbed here. If you don't go all the way up, it, as they say in Tibet, don't work. So go over here, I didn't do much. So I have to have it go all the way up here for the lock, right? So
I might want to get closer to that and see this. Look out, I can see that.
So we've got pow, roll, over, bam, bam, or whatever. You notice that I'm going to move with where I want to create the best angle for the lock. So I play with it a bit. Use it.
Jack Sparrow?
So I'm going to do a backhand for this one. Backhand, pull this to the sleeve.
Nope.
That's
close.
I knew it was close, I didn't know.
That was real good, yeah. Who's hitting you? You come in. Hop, king. Man. That's what I say about those feet, gotta move. Trying to reach up. Step around. No, step around.
I just want to so just do a backhand.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Roll. And then from here, instead of grabbing that, just keep pressure. And as you go up, I'll grab it here. And that be tight there. Wipe that down. like this.
Come back. Out of the way.
This thing go back to the arm length to make this become a fit. That's pretty much it. So it should, this should even feel it. So
You're going to drop it as soon as you squeeze.
So you feel 1, 2, circle, circle.
The back should be toward me now.
Way around, keep that tight right there, so go all the way up. And grab that, and let your forearms cross there. And use the stick, crank it down that way. There you go. Loop him, so create the angle with it with this lock there. And pull, you use the stick. You got this weapon, they can feel it. That's good. And stop right there.
Good.
So next one. Now you notice that what we're attempting to do here is take basic locks that you know that, well, whether you've done them or not in your system, they exist in your system. Right? And I think most of you guys know wrist flexes and our form locks and that kind of stuff. And we're just sticking a tool in there. My intention with this is that we can take these basic concepts and you can go off creatively with it however you want. I'm just trying to give you an idea. And any lock that you know, any strike that you know, you can do with a weapon too. It doesn't change just because you've got something different in your hand. And furthermore, it could be a stick, it could be a pen, it could be a pocket knife, it could be a turkey leg. It doesn't matter what you've got in your hand. You can do this stuff with it. So sometimes I can hit with the stick really hard and laugh at it. I mean, work with it. Yeah, that. And bring it. All right, so now, a number 3 stroke is a low hit to the hips you're hitting me here on the hip bone. How did you get in the hip bone? How did you do that? So he does that now. The classical defense for this is to fade back and hit here. It's a little weird. So we've got a drag. Like that is our next move there. Just take down for a second. So a drag would be, what if you use one like a straight kind of a high punch? I've got this kind of a thing here like this, right? And figure out here, I'll punch you in the face, and here's my drag. Let's go this way. And this, I've seen this done from here into striking sequences and that kind of stuff. You can do it into a takedown and turn. Then you've got this kind of a situation there. Whatever. I personally view it as sort of a pop and bounce, but again, I can't think of a martial art that doesn't have its move. All over the place. So he does the punch. You're going to do some type of defense here, whatever you like. This goes into here. He was using that temple. Go here. Sorry about that. I've got this pinned tight. I'm using the bone of my forearm against the meat there, and I just want a flat surface area here. Be mindful that you don't just bow here because you're going to headbutt each other. It's going to be hilarious for the rest of us, but you're not going to like it. So again, go offline. And I've got a takedown there if you like it, or whatever. What do you think about that? Anyway, that's that. So let's try that without the stick. Thank you, sir. I'll get sound effects. That's the important part. We'll let this stick in a minute. Just have the other hand do it. So have this hand kind of hang out here. So this one up right here. Hold it. We'll bring you up to here. And I'll come out here and use the bone of your forearm right here like this. Like this one. And with this footstep straight back. Straight back. And read like that. That's it. Now, if you punch here, so if as you do that, you've got your little lock here. I'm going to pop up because I might just come out into this kind of a thing, and I've got those locks, and then it'll be like this. Whatever, right? But you can use this as a setup, or you can use it as a takedown. I've also seen it done where I've got here. Another guy that's taught this. You like to go up because you like this, just to create the jerk down there. Like that. I like to get the lid to it. It's not a
The
complicated
mechanics of everything, then put it all together.
Gotta be in mind next class.
Oh, good.
I'll give you all that.
All right, and as stop, everybody got that one? That's not razor. You and I can do it, and I mentioned that one close. Okay, so now if we have the stick, it's the exact same thing. Even an evil bad guy, even this who feels moderately evil, who, you know, like the one calorie evil, who just has halitosis. Excellent, whatever. All right, so, joking about halitosis now. We're good, right? Anyway, so he's going to do a feed here. Now, classically speaking, this would be a downward pop here. We're trying to recreate that rotation, or I mean, to try to shorten the rotation of the stick there. Now, the theory behind that little block is the same thing as an oblique. They used to do it lower with the stick. And it seems really weird at first, but the reason for it is that this is a possibility if you have time. But if I don't, and I'm in this situation, here, it's awfully hard to get angle you want. Here doesn't do much. So the idea is to turn it. So if I miss and I'm here, and he hits I don't lose my stick. Whereas if it's here and I lose it, I'm not behind the stick right now. It's gonna pop out of my hand. So that's the notion. So I'm coming from a high position, he's attacking low, and I've gone here. So from here, boom, sneak it back up. I might accidentally stab him in the face, but that would mean I wouldn't really do that. Pull this into here. You can bring your knee up like that, and then there's your takedown, drag, knee, whatever move there. So if we have boom, I don't really care what kind of defense you do.
Make sure you get about half an ounce.
Oh, he's right at time? Yeah, well. Okay, so this one here. So boom, pop, drag, pow. The next one, he does an inward strike this way. And here, we come up and just do one side arm bar. Is the next one, right? Last one is a low stab. Boom here, punch, and we have a beach over here. Possibly into the throat. So that actually is the form. And by the way, this is a traditional form of teaching. I'm not making this up. This is a classical form. That's why it's a little bit weird. But there's that. So apparently we're out of time. But there's now. This is the first 5 of 15 moves in the sequence. Do you guys want to see the rest of them? I can at least demo them. So 6, he does a 1 feet, which I just did here. I do a roof block, right? Abadico. I do the hokey pokey and I turn myself around. Pop. Next one, he does a high feet here. Boom, bam, and I come over here and I've got this move. A choke and a shield. That way when you guys are attacking me, well, you know, got him there. And then, remember, whenever the zombies attack, I don't have to outrun the zombies. I just got to outrun you. So if this one's low, in here, pop, shoot, change hands, roll, and lock there. This one I think is kind of weird. A little bit overly academic in my opinion to be useful. But hit this way, and you like this. Pop, change hands, roll, lock, grab, and I've got that. That technique, believe it or not, is very good with the bow staff and loses a lot of making sense with the Escrima stick. It's a lot simpler with the staff. You've probably seen that, I think. What else? All right. He does a stab here, pop. And then this one's just a nice class we're taking. I'm pretty good. Anyway, though, they're telling me we have to go away. All I'm trying to do with this is give you an idea of. I'm just trying to give you an idea of possibilities you can do of taking techniques you probably already know and messing around with a different weapon. That's all. So to branch out creatively in martial art, start with the stuff you have and see if you can change the application. That's kind of it. And then you start screwing around from there. There's no wrong answer. Remember, everything in martial arts, somebody had made up last week, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, but it was someone just like you, just a person, made something up. You can too. And whatever you try, it'll work or not. And then you go and research your hypothesis some more. Anyway, thank you, I appreciate your time, and I'll catch y'all later. I am. You told me I had a half hour for my show, so.
I thought you said you had a half hour more.
That's what I thought he said too.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought we saw this done.
I think he said he got another half hour.
Oh. I don't force this with your stick.
Let's go, have some fun.
Yeah, let's go over there. I thought he was saying something totally different.
Yo, half hour more.
An hour more, okay. I got confused. He was speaking South Carolina.
Yeah, I sure was.
All right, well, do all that stuff I just did. Go. All right, next move. So, so if well, actually we're on this one. So we did the drag. Yeah, I think we. You didn't. I did the drag. You did the drag. Sweet.
When we started, you did it right.
Okay, excellent. So let's play with the arm bar a minute. So you're just going to downward hit here. This, you're actually trying to shoot him here, so you can throw that. If you can get it to work. I've always had trouble closing the gap on that. I've always been here like this, and it's always been too fast for me to really get in here to actually be able to pull that off. But I've seen people do it. So there's, I think, something I'm missing there. Probably because the guy I saw doing it was about your size, and he was already right there, actually.
Yes.
That's the problem. So anyway, so, bam, so for here, the next move is this speeds up. And we just have a basic arm bar. Here, I might accidentally knee him in the face, but that'd be mean. So one more time. So he does the side of the top and hitting here, and roll, shoot. Turn, over here. To make this lock work, I pull the stick in to my belly button. And we have just a pleasant little takedown here. If I want to, I can put it right there like that. And I've got this little, chill for a minute. Now when I do that, as a civilian, I have no reason to try to pin somebody. And martial. Now, if I was law enforcement or if I was a soldier, my objectives would be different. And as a civilian, my objectives when someone's trying to hurt me is to leave and not die today. So, if I throw them on the ground and take off. So anything after that to me is kind of academic for my purposes. But, you know, that's up to you. So anyway, play that one. 49 lanes, let's give it a shot. Remember, in self-defense, you're not trying to win. There's no scoreboard. You're trying to not die today. So to do a low backhand. A low backhand for this one. So time for a second. The part that you're missing after you hit the stick is to get the arm bar, you feed it through and change hands. It seems weird, but it starts to make sense when you mess around with it. Right there. Hold that and step back with this foot. Step back over. There you go. That's it. And keep that in kind of tight. So it's this way. Here. As I go through here, it's tight. Surface area is your friend. Hit him with the stick. So far, so good. And then pin that. And then for this one, this is actually for a low feed. So you hit it down, and the stick is cleared through. So you shoot the stick through here. Grab it with that hand. Grab it with that hand. Yep. And then, wait, use the stick. You got a stick, use the stick. There we go. Okay, and then with this foot, step over here. There you go, yeah. So, hit me with this week. So if we're going, turn like this, right? Hit, dive, then change surface area. But I want to use the weapon, right? I just change, use my direction. Here.
See if I can do that handy.
Yeah, sure. So from here, so you go down, hit straight down top of it. Boom. That shoots through. Just hit it like that. Shoot this up and approach. And with this hand, right there, turn that over. Yeah, that's it. Right. And the stick, kind of parallel with the ground. call me bad names, insult my parentage, that kind of stuff. Let's get that handshake. So for this one, yeah, that's good. And now what you want to do is with this one, you're hitting it like this, and not put it down so it goes past you. Can you shoot in? This hand grabs, this hand lays on top. Pull it in tight through your body so you've got surface area. Pull your foot, try to put your bicep on your chest. There you go. Sink your elbows, sink your shoulders, and then just step straight back relative to your center. There you go. That's it. That's it. It seems a little weird as you're doing like that, but it makes sense as you kind of figure it out.
So I'd rather just lock.
Or use the stick or the lock. You don't have to have it. There you go.
That's on
Okay.
check it out. Eminem.
All right, good and time.
I'm supposed to be on my
There's that one. Next one. Okay, so that right there. Next one is number 5. Is a stab. Now, by the way, put that down for a second. I don't know if we're the overhand version of that, but he does like a hit or something. And I'm doing this. It's just inside arm bar. But I don't know of a martial art that doesn't have inside arm bars. Anytime you see a motion, that motion is an inside arm bar. That motion is an inside arm bar. Anytime you've got a motion, it's arm bar. If you guys want to come in and play, you can. He was all like, nah, man, don't come in here. I'm like, come on. Or hit people with sticks. Grab a stick and then just randomly hit somebody with it.
Great.
As a side, I'm totally kidding. He didn't say anything about it. He was that guy. Anyway, so it's just this motion here. Kind of offline and doing that, right? Look for these things. So if you do some of that classical Kirati stuff, I saw some on YouTube once. Where they've got this kind of stuff here. What do you think that is? I'm sure it's not blocking a front kick. All right, here, I'll tell you what. I'm kicking the balls as hard as I can. Block it with your fists. Are you ready? You know, he's going to do it. He's going to go. So anyway, I digress. Just a little bit though. Don't tell him. All right. So next move. Let's see. Do that one. Now we're on the beach up. So if he punches in here, this next move is just I take this into here, maybe I hit him on the neck, and I've got just an inverted choke here. If you like these things, you can do them. I mean, as they say, if you're not hitting some of the nuts, you're wasting your day. So I've got whatever my defense is here, whatever you like there. You've got these things, I've got those things. In this case, though, what if I go behind his head, pull it in here? Now, would I actually do it this way? Now, we're just trying to build a technique as a basic to put with the stick. Usually, you end up in that kind of position, not from a punch, but you're like punched up like this, and something's happening, and like you try to clean it, and it didn't work, so here we go. Should I said a bad word again? I need to get to the quarter as well. Here we go. So quick.
So attention.
So quick. So play that again. From here, get this way. This hand goes here, and for the sake of building a technique, do that. This is building a basic. Again, don't think that this methodology is an application because this would be a horrible application. But play with it just to build to give that show. So, go. Just takes a minute. There you go, that's it. That's it, yeah, and clap your hands behind them like you're going to golf class. That's it, guys, do that. Talk to you like you do. That's good. Yeah, just flatten your hands. Like that. Pull his head down. He doesn't need it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's.
Do that.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah. Put it down a bit. You guys, make sure you don't lace your fingers too easy to break them. Do like a grip like this.
yeah.
There you go.
I did that instead.
All right. Next one. Let's add the stick to it. It'll make more sense now. So that's a decent choke, but you don't really get to that choke from a punch. To be perfectly honest, if he's punching the stick down, if he's punching me, I'd rather just bang, 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 just start hitting the line. Why do anything else? Why get cute whenever you could be leaving and not dead? Just gonna toss that out there. Anywho, so he does a stab here. In the sequence, we got pow, bang, and I hit him with the back of the stick. This wraps around here, and I've got a choke here. Maybe I can hit him a couple of times, and I've got to get the finish, I can pull around like this, pop. Now, as far as application goes, I see one major flaw with this technique. Who knows what it is?
You still got a free hand with the stick.
Still got a stick. So, remember, just because something is classical doesn't mean it's all that good. Doesn't mean it's not. So we're here like this. Here we're okay. Here's the real application. You start doing this until he takes a nap. But again, classical sequence for creativity's sake. You've got your hit, roll behind, grab. Now I've got a V choke. Same thing I did with his wrist earlier. I just pulled that into here. So let's play with that then. Yes, sir.
Question, would it make sense to not stick out his hand?
If you can. Sometimes it's hard though, because if things go south for him, sometimes he realizes the stick is his life.
Right.
And if you're killed, you can't get the knife out of their hand. So, but sometimes if you can get the stick out of it. You know, my favorite stick takeaway is he hits me with the stick.
Right, yeah.
Because, yeah,
Then I'll
if you can.
forget that he has a stick in his hand.
Yeah, and so I'm of the opinion that as we do these chokes, think of this as more of an academic exercise than application. So we're playing right now more than
Then actually.
right. So it's kind of like in basketball, you have ball control drills. You know, things in the ball you would never do in the game, but coordination and that kind of stuff. That's what this is. Yeah.
Yeah. The makes it kind of. Oh, yeah.
Make sure you check that hand too as you're going by. So footwork, stick on stick, hand on hand. There you go. Smack them, roll, giggle. There you go. That's it. And then make that a choke. The choke's in the front.
The other person has this. While you're, the other person thinks.
Yeah, so you
Wow.
do the defense and pop them with the back of the field. Here's got here.
Yeah.
Take my knee out right now. Really.
And you know, if the person still thinks, I still got a weapon in my hand. You know.
That would hurt real bad.
But you be so busy, you know, talking about that with him, he's gonna forget that he got the weapon in his hand.
All right, good. And time. So, questions about that one at all? None? All right, cool. So anyway, as we were just talking about, you may have overheard my commentary, but these are not really applications. This is an exercise in creativity. And the reason I say that is in a real application, you've got 3 simple rules. Well, 4 really. 1 is don't get hurt. 1. 2, get off the X. Like in Wile E. Coyote, where he puts the X where the bomb was going to land. Don't be on the X. Someone's going to punch you in the face. Go not where they're going to punch you in the face. Preferably really far away, but not, then, somewhat far away. 2, simultaneous offense and defense. So, like if he's hitting me, which is like a fair hand kind of thing, I don't want to go block, punch, because why would I? If he's hitting me, bam! I'm just going to do both. I'll even yell bam because why not? So simultaneous offense and defense, and then your objective is to look for escape routes in self-defense, right? So I'll punch him in the face, probably knee in the crotch, and I'm gone. I don't want to stand here. Now, there's also an article I was reading about a month ago that I really liked. It was by a defense attorney, and it was what was it? It was defense versus retribution. And the laws are a bit different in different states. He's much more up on the laws in this state than I am. I've lived in this state 20 years. I come and visit though for horse races and drinking and driving. Unfortunately, it's not me who's drinking and driving. Yeah, I'm not the guy doing the drinking and driving.
Everybody else could have said.
Yeah, yeah. I went to steeplechase this past year. I brought the chicken nuggets and a bottle of water, and I'd forgotten what that place is like. I was a little scared leaving, to be honest. I wasn't even drinking. Anyway, so, what's I talking about before drinking and driving? Right, is retribution versus defense. Defense is this: he punches me and I go, pow, and I'm gone. Retribution is he punches and I go, bam, bam, and he falls down, and I go, oh yeah, get up, boy, and I hit him again. Well, now I'm the bad guy, right? And so now I get to go to jail. Yay. So I can study the laws locally because I don't know what they are, but usually that's sort of a rule of thumb: is make sure that you're defending yourself and not confusing with retribution for something. Anyway. I'll bet, and ask him those questions for here, I don't know. So now, let's do our next move here with the stick. So with this one, let's see, we did that. This one is kind of better with the weapon. So if he does a high lock here, like this, I'm going to hit him with the stick this way. Notice I'm not going air, it's bam, my body drops into it. I'm going to step into the hokey pokey, knee into knee. This goes here. Step back, and I've got a lock here. That's two. So minus the stick. This one is pretty good. It's like if you guys are kind of looking at it, I don't. Bam. Dive in, and I've got this lock here. I'm going to put my weight on them. I've got these things, these things. This is a fairly traditional Krav Maga move, actually, as opposed to the art. So again, bam, lock, roll, grab my wrist. Can you see the mirror how I did that? Or if you're local, how I done did that? She got it. Anyway, let the elbow bend. The elbow doesn't have to bend. But I've got this here now. I'm going to put my weight on top of him for that. So, part of the way, let's give that a shot. Yeah, try without the stick first, then we'll do it with. Yep. For this one, you block, dive over the arm, okay, like that, and then pull back like with this hand, keep holding the wrist, and then even the face. Put a check hand here, so you can even face.
You want to bring my arm against your
That's
back?
it. That's it. Be gentle, you can try it. Closest one. So if you're in, I'm doing that.
Inside.
Yeah, that's it. Now, obviously, if someone your size, or you're defending yourself against someone his size, you would go under him. You go here, like grab your head, you're going this way. However, right. However, we're kind of building something for the classical set, so we probably went over anyway. I think with the understanding is it's an academic exercise.
It's hard to do.
There you go, like that. Good. You grab your forearm.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so grab your arm here. You grab his arm here. Use your forearm to let his arm bend. That's it. And then give him the face. So you can adjust your feet. So you've got those things and that kind of stuff.
Now, here's the trick.
That bag close to
Swing it around, that's when you get that.
Well, Amanda, I don't care so much that you go down, more like an knee in the face, and you're not stabbing me. But yeah, if bag happens to fall down, we're good. And time. Okay. All right, so now let's do this one with stick. So it's the exact same move, which again, as I've said, is the whole point of playing with these. Is that we're just playing with, how can you take a lock that you probably already know, with open hands and try with something in your hand. So he does, right, he's doing 1 feet. Then under the roof block for this one, bam, rotate and hit here like this. Right, goes, why not? Dive into here, put the stick on my forearm, you look in here, pull it up like this, step back, and again, surface area is your friend. If I can have this forearm on my chest, that's nice. Maybe you him a couple of times, in here, take him a little bit. If you like Kenpo, you can make all these big dramatic moves, you can look cool. That's most of what Kenpo is about, is looking attractive wherever you'd like to look attractive for. So anyway, so we've got now. Is that the right move? Roll, go to pokey, turn yourself around, and there's your knee. So I said the hokey pokey because you put your right foot in, you take your right foot out. That's the part where you screw up. You're just hokey pokey. So, go. That's it. So, sit in here. We've got stuff. Hit him in the head again, let's see what happens. With this hand, put it on here. It's on this side, right? And then from here with this foot, step there.
Feel it better than I
And then,
can tell you.
there you go. Take this thing, and you put it. Bring it. See that? See that? That's it. Boom. Then with this foot, step straight back. You're a big guy. Put that hand on his hand. Smack him in the face with a stick. With this big step over there. Put this thing right. And then just step straight back. There's your foot. Then, how do you do it? Have your back straight. And then kick him in the face. Put your check in front of your face. That doesn't show him getting over his hand here, so she doesn't knee or something. She's not going to intentionally hit you, but sometimes help us out. I'm kind of jealous. I didn't bring a soundtrack. So 1, 2, 3, right? With this hand over here. With this hand go. And put this right to one side. Put this back real quick. And hold this. And hold this. And step straight back to this. Close enough. So, as you'd like to do, you can do that thing beneath. So we've got, I would like to try to get my stick on this side of your elbow so I can bend it. There.
Then you grab it from underneath. And then you strike after you do that. Come over. Go through your elbow.
That's why I'm here. So, this hand, and the first step right there, like you know, this one here. And then straight back.
One step to that. I'm staying back here.
So stop my car. Got about 5 minutes left. I might take a moment and field questions. So like I said, what I want you to do with this is take this back to whatever it is that you already use and screw around with it.
My bad.
Make your own PVC pipe sticks, go for it. You want to order them from wherever. They're not expensive. I think the hand century sticks are, with tax, $17.11. It's not, it doesn't matter. But the point is, play with stuff. One of the key things to using weapons in self-defense is whatever you've got is the best weapon. You've got a pen, great. You've got your cell phone in your hand. Ah, excellent. You can use your cell phone the same way you use a stick. Oh, man. Yeah, no. Okay, my cell phone. You
Like
could
you
go
punch
on
him with one hand, you speed
Or-
down 911 with the other, right?
Or you could hit people with it. So like if, let me get my bad guy. So like if he's hitting you with that, bam, I can do the same thing with this that I do with the stick. It doesn't matter. Telephone, car key, pencil, or anything. Whatever you got. I've always got to ring it in the there. Anyway though, so my point is that this is a creative exercise. Treat it that way. Take the techniques that you already have and put a stick in it, put a pin in it, put a knife in it, put a whatever in it. Play with it. Experiment. So this camera also is crap, it also is good. Have fun with that. Questions? I've got